Welcome to Studying the Bible 10 verses at a time. We're reading from Genesis. We've been studying the book of Genesis. We're reading from Genesis chapter 1. We're in verse 11 now. So we'll just continue. Then he commanded, "Let the earth produce all kinds of plants, those that bear green and those that bear fruit." And it was done. So the earth produced all kinds of plants, and God was pleased with what he saw. Evening passed and morning came. That was the third day. Then God commanded, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate day from night, and to show the time when days, years, and religious festivals begin. They will shine in the sky to give light to the earth." And it was done. So God made the two larger lights, the sun to rule over the day and the moon to rule over the night. He also made the stars. He placed the lights in the sky to shine on the earth, to rule over the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God was pleased with what he saw. Evening passed and morning came. That was the fourth day. Then God commanded, "Let the water be filled with many kinds of living beings, and let the air be filled with birds." So God created the great sea monsters, all kinds of creatures that live in the water, and all kinds of birds. And God was pleased with what he saw. So this from we're talking about the story of the creation. We've been talking about the first day, the creation of the day and night. We've talked about that. Now we're in verse 11, and we're looking at the third day, and we can see that God created all kinds of plants from the earth. He also created lights. You know, there's a teaching that says, I think it was on Andrew Womack, I'm not too sure. He was like, isn't God amazing? God created light. He said, "Let there be light." He created light before creating a source of light. That is truly amazing. And then we keep seeing that God created light. These lights are to signal seasons, they are to signal years, regulate days, and for religious festivals also. And we also see that God separated the light. That's like the second or third time we're seeing that God separated the light from the darkness. Light and darkness should not mix. That's my takeaway. Light and darkness should not mix. If you are for Christ, you are light. You should not mix with the darkness. You should not entertain anything that seems dark, anything that seems ungodly, that anything that God will not be pleased with. Do not entertain. That is darkness. Do not entertain. And do not entertain darkness in your life in forms of sickness, in form of disease, in form of poverty, whatever thing, drug abuse, whatever is going wrong in your life, whatever is dark, do not entertain darkness in your life, because God always separates the light from the darkness. Separate darkness from your life. Speak. We can see that all through God has been speaking, and he has been pleased with what he saw. So he also created, here we can also see that God created sea creatures and all kinds of birds. God bless you. I will continue from verse 22.